Let's talk about one of my favorite topics, our belief system. So whatever your mind conceives is what it believes, literally. So I went to the dentist, and this was really confirmed to me because I was getting a crown put in, and the dentist said, rinse your mouth out, Claire, when it was all finished. And I picked the cap up and it had this big dent in the rim, or so I thought. You see, my mind perceived that because half of my face was numb. And so in my mind, it's like, well, I'm looking at this cup and all I can see is this rim. So I went to drink out of it. Impossible in my state to get that cup, which I thought had a big hole in it, to my mouth. So I wanted to scream at the dentist and say, hey, you've given me a cup with a great big hole in it. But my rational brain knew that that wasn't the truth. I say knew it wasn't the truth, but I kind of really felt it in that moment. You see, it's so powerful. Our thoughts start to dictate the way that we act, and we have to really bring something up in us to control that behavior. So that experience got me really thinking about our reality and the power of our mind. And it really confirms to me what you basically believe is what you see, right? So when we construct in our mind thoughts, images, that starts to become our reality. It's really hard to shift it. So this famous Greek god Hermes basically said on his tomb the words, as within, so without. I love that, because what's within you comes out of you. Basically, the words that you speak are so powerful, they've got to come from somewhere. Well, they come from this innate belief system. So we create our world through our experiences and our need to belong and be accepted by other people, right? And it starts to shape our thinking. So we start to believe these narratives because we bought into these narratives because of our deep desire to belong. And now when you have like a piece of wool and it's all tangled up, it's really hard to get it untangled. I know, because I'm the person that will get the wool tangled in the first place. I'm not very good at knitting. So what happens in your mind is you've got these neural grooves, and sometimes they cross over, right? And so what you have to do is you have to recreate neural grooves. You have to clean out the old. So this is what we do in terms of neuro-linguistic programming, in terms of neuroscience leadership. We actually get in there and we start to basically reset, reprogram, rewire the mind so that you can take some time out for yourself and reprogram your thinking. Now, quite often people have excuses in their life. They have, I'm too busy, I'll just put it off for another day. And so busyness becomes a real big excuse. But I want to tell you that most busy people are very unhappy people. They're often absent from themselves and never present with themselves. In other words, they're not taking time out to be with themselves. So basically, they're trying to fill a void, a gap, and it's not really happening as well as it could because they're starting to be stimulated by the things in this world that are not really that important, but they think they're important. They've told themselves they're important. They tell themselves these lies because it's what the world is saying. And then they reinforce it by watching programs that tell them the same thing. Go and get another degree, work harder, work longer hours. So they keep going on this treadmill and they keep doing it, but really, it's going nowhere until they actually reprogram their mind and things start to become really effortless. So this power of belief becomes really essential, but you have to do the daily work, right? There's no getting away from it. You have to every single day of your life commit to making the change. And when you do, you see extraordinary results. That's the difference between a successful people and a person who is not so successful. When you actually commit yourself to change and you step on the pathway to change, then what happens is that you basically start to see transformation around you. Those opportunities that used to pass you by start to come to you. Those things that you really desire, you know that you desire them and you start to line up. It's called alignment. And it is so remarkable and so incredible. That's the beauty of neuroscience. Now, in quantum physics, what we do is we believe that as you actually start to line up and you put it out there to the universe and you start to line it up with your mind, body, and spirit, then you actually can jump a few hoops. Now, you can't do that in a degree program, can you? They tell you that you have to pay your money, do the next course, then the next course, because that's a society we've been taught to do. But in actual fact, when you do this work, this is where, when we get to the 5th stage of my identity anchor and expansion, it all comes together and flows beautifully. But you have to understand that you have to live in the moment. The only moment you have control of is the moment that you stand in. So right now, in this moment, I could make an amazing decision that would change the whole course of my life. And so can you. And if you're watching it, please think about a major decision that you could make. Now, people say, Claire, but I don't really understand this thing about purpose. Is that identity anchoring? Well, identity anchoring is anchoring yourself into the person that you want to be. And purpose is the desire, the chief aim, the goal that you have to achieve that. Once you know what that is, then you anchor your identity into it. So basically what you're doing is you're starting to create this thought. And in this thought, it says, I am unstoppable. I will achieve these things. And as you do, you set forth on that ground, and it's groundbreaking, because you're going to see things that are just going to be so incredible that most people won't be on that path with you. And this is where you have to stay the course, because most people jump off. They don't want to do the daily work. They don't want to put into this and change those neural pathways. But when you do, then it has the most outstanding results. And you can jump from one level to the next level to the next level. So the power of belief is so transformative that when you step into it, then you will be a completely different person. But you won't be different from who you were born to be.